All right, guys, and welcome back to day 3 of our live coverage of the Deka Fit World Championships here in Dallas, Texas. This is day 3. I'm Luke Halterman. This is Dave Claxton. We are here for the Deka Strong, the elite men and the elite females. Dave, what do we like here of our chances of who do we think is going to compete at the top level today? We can make an argument and a statement for most people here, but who do you like as far as your podium picks and the clear winners today?
Well, we've been waiting for it, and please forgive me for my voice. Deka Worlds has been kicking the hell out of me, and I'm doing all I can. But we've been waiting for it for 2 days now. Carly Wopat, 11:55, Deka Strong record holder. If she's going to make her statement, it's got to be today. Now, the course might not be so favorable to her because this is probably the world's longest Deka Strong course. It's almost like a Deka Strong 100-meter dash because it is so spaced out. But look for Carly to go good. And as always, I do what I'm doing. I'm picking Tara Jackson because that's what I do. And she's the defending champ. She's the defending champ. It was her record that Carly Wopat broke. So I expect it to be right up there again. But this course changes the rules. From the gym event to this course here, it is not even close to the same thing. That little bit of distance last year is why Rich Ryan was able to get on the podium, was able to out-sprint Ryan Corning to the end. So course is everything. The women's field, Carly, Camilla, Tara will obviously, but so many other women. Before I get to any of those, who do you got set for your pick?
Yeah, so all great names that you mentioned for sure too. Course does make the difference as well, right? The details win races. This course layout that they mentioned, and once you guys get a view of this as well too, like you said, 100-meter dash in between. There is going to be a slight sprint to the finish, a slight sprint to the bike, slight sprint here or there. That does change a few things. However, I think the layout for the most part won't necessarily teeter too much into maybe Carly Wopat still coming out in first place, which I think is my pick today for sure. I don't think it's enough space. There is no more running involved. So people at home, if you're not familiar with this, Deka Strong, no more running. It is strictly onto the stations. You're going to see powerhouse athletes come out today, maybe bigger athletes as well too. People with CrossFit backgrounds usually do very well in a Deka Strong layout. So I got Carly Wopat as first. I got Tara finishing as second, finishing a phenomenal weekend on her end. And then third, I got Camilla coming out with another podium finish.
You want to talk about some different picks, though? Which obviously the women are going first. We'll stay with them for a while. I'm going to tell you guys about a woman that you probably not have heard of, Becca King. Becca King, professional hockey player, come down with us from Canada. She has very limited experience. She has not done that many events, but she is uber fit and she is powerful. She has those hockey legs, that low center of gravity. When you see her do those dead balls over the shoulder, she will be flying. She's something to watch out for. And again, despite the fact I'm told not to talk about her, with the exact same qualifying time as Becca King, our girl Heather White. Heather White will be in there as someone to be accounted for. Last year, she was a lower seed and bumped up 5 spots. So
amazing.
She is good at the transitions. This kind of area can help her.
It's great. Yeah, so I think we're pretty stacked on the female side. Let's go ahead and talk about the males as well too. Now, this is going to be a very exciting race. What do you like on the podium pick as far as the men?
Well, right now, Deka is Ryland's world, and we're all just living in it.
Yes, we are.
I don't see any reason to go away from that. I told Ryland at the beginning to sweep all 3 to get that gold. What do we call it? The gold triple crown.
Yep.
And I think he will go today as well. He's still fit. He doesn't even look like he has tired at all. He hasn't been off the podium, and I don't see any difference there. I see Ryland going to do it, but I don't think it's going to be easy.
No, not at all. This will be his hardest race to achieve the Triple Crown. We save the best for last when it comes down to this, because now he's going to have to go against these powerhouse athletes such as Ryan Kent, Kevin Gregory, Ryan Geiger, Marcus Wallace, Ryan Corning, Colin Steeper, Grayson Kilgore, Sean Sykes, Isaac Sanderson, Adam Halls, Nick Riker, David Makita. The list goes on, but these are much bigger guys. But Ryland holds the Deka Strong World record at 10:30 10:33. Let me repeat, 10:33 all by himself. He can beat most teams doing this by himself. So what I'm excited to see is, because there was no video on this, what 10:33 just looks like on a Deka Strong course. He has to be flying. The rows have to be low 120s. The skier has to be 135, 140s. The bike has to be sub 30 seconds. So this is going to be exciting to watch, but I do agree. I think Ryland does take home the first ever Triple Crown, and he gets his win today. And then I think Ryan Kemp will follow shortly behind in second, with Bubbles in third.
All right.
So now we're getting a good little layout of what the course looks like for you people at home. As you can see, if you're not familiar, of course, with Deka and you're just now tuning in for the first time, Deka consists of 10 functional fitness stations, starting with 30 reverse lunges, 500-meter road, 20 box overs, 25 medicine ball setups, 500 meters of the skier, 100 meters of farmer carry. Then you got $20 on the assault bike, 20 over the shoulders, and then a tank where you push and pull for accumulation of 100 meters, and then 20 gram burpees at the end. Now, Dave, I wanted to ask you, because now Deka Fit, and that's the only one where you do over the wall for the over the shoulder station 8. This is over the shoulders. Do you think that plays into effect at all on some of the athletes that we have competing today? Is that really a station that we care to look at? We all know it really comes down to the assault bike for the most part, but does that make a big difference? And even the medicine ball setups, it's not you toss it into a target, you're bringing it behind your head and in between your feet. Just little things like that make a difference in a race like this.
So I'll start with the med ball sit-ups. The med ball sit-ups, a lot of these guys are still just going to be pacing. They're just going to be settling in. They'll come off the rower and off the boxes, and they're getting ready for the ski. So a lot of them will just pace it out. Me personally, I actually go a little hard on the med ball sit-ups because it's a strength of mine. Not too many people do that, so it's probably not wise. Follow the crowd, not what I do. So med ball sit-ups, I don't think it's going to make a big difference. It is a faster station when you do not have to throw to the target, but I don't think you'll see a very big variance from athlete to athlete. The dead ball over the shoulders, it is a big difference for a couple of reasons. One, over the bar, it's actually hard to make a lot of ground up when it's over the bar because there's a lot of movement and all you can really do is just hustle. Over the shoulders, if you're short and low to the ground, you've got that ball doesn't have to travel as far. That can be an advantage. You're a big hulking dude, you throw it up there without even having to touch your shoulders. So there's more strategy, more technique. Also with that step forward, that step back, keeping track of where that ball lands. And then the other big part that plays in the dead ball has nothing to do with the dead ball. It's you're coming off the bike.
Right.
When you come off that bike, yeah, you got to kill it on the bike, but you got to be able to keep that momentum. You got to keep moving. You'll see sometimes you actually hear Kevin Gregory when he comes off that bike, and he'll start grunting and groaning with that dead ball because he has put so much out. There is no time to recover.
None.
You get the mile, you get the fit. That next run, you can recover. There's no time here, and none of these guys are going to sit back and give you a chance. So yeah, the dead ball will be telling. Be very telling, because if you come off that dead ball and into that tank first, that's a huge advantage.
I think so too, and you're not wrong about that. It's a matter of who's going to be in the front after that assault bike, though. This is what's going to, I think, make or break and separate the podium contenders and the top place people as well too. We all have seen it all weekend. Kevin Gregory, 15 seconds on the assault bike. That man is not from planet Earth whatsoever. No remorse for human life. Kevin Bubbles, it's a matter of who is going to match him and how much of a lead maybe someone has on him, because he will make that gain up there as well. And also to Ryan Corning, I think we know can match him, right? We've seen it before in the past in multiple videos, so this will be exciting to watch.
I say if Kevin Gregory is Superman, Ryan Corning could be kryptonite.
Yeah.
Because he is fresh as a daisy. Kevin has raced I don't know how many races this weekend. Ryan Corning is strutting in. He is strutting in fresh. And there are 2 assault bikes on that course that are currently very afraid that they're not going to survive this event. Those 2 guys will shake them to their pieces.
Absolutely.
I expect them both. Now, are you going to see 15 seconds? No, because this is not a relay. But you will probably see 23 to 18.
Absolutely.
And to do that, The amount of wattage these big boys are putting out is unbelievable. But you can't sleep on the bike too on guys like Rylan Shank. He will probably not be as fast as them, but it's going to be smooth, consistent. He's going to come off his pace.
Correct.
What do you feel about somebody newcomer at a Kuwait showing yesterday, Marcus Wallace?
Yeah, Marcus Wallace, absolutely. Yeah, you talk about probably the tallest athlete probably out there, right? So you talk about advantages as far as the lunges, the over the shoulders, the things where you have to come up full hip extension. It is a disadvantage for someone of his height and caliber. However, he is such a strong athlete, and this is right up his alley. He very well might shake up the podium in this contention. I don't think his placement by his name really speaks volume. He could very well upset Ryland today, even for first place. I think his fitness is there for it.
Yeah, there are so many guys. Like when we look at it, let's take away Ryland's 10:33. And we got 11:05. Yeah, 11:05 down to 11:43.
Yes.
That's a rep, a screwed up rep or two. That's a no rep. That's a no over the shoulder. That's fiddling with your feet.
Right.
And getting set into the roller. Transition is going to be so important here, more
Absolutely.
so than any other time. Transition.
Yep.
And we can't specify this enough. This is not a time trial. This is head to head.
Yes.
When these guys run Strongs, they don't usually run head to head.
No.
They're all usually time trying individual on a course custom set up for time. This is not that case. You are looking side by side with the man that's trying to crush you or the woman that's trying to beat you down.
Yes.
You got to be strong and you got to stay true to your pace or you're going to burn out.
Yep.
Burnout will be huge, and some of them will do it, even at the top end.
Hey, Dave, look at this layout. I mean, this is so ideal. Talk about going head to head. Last year, a lot of people were not necessarily the fan of the layout. It was a lot of running in. It was just chaos. It was just grab whichever. I don't think they had designated stations, however, and you had the honor of filming that one and everything as well. However, this one, look at this. You are literally going to see the person to your left, the person to your right, and you can see who's maybe moving on to the next station right before you. You have eyes on everyone, and there is no confusion. Everyone has an even level playing field on this, so there is no, like Ryan Corning, I believe, had a disadvantage last year, made the, obviously up and coming with this bike, thankfully, but he had to walk me through that again last year. Ryan Corning had to go from the opposite side to a box. Right?
Yeah, so Ryan Corning is a notorious. He's a slow starter and a strong finisher. Much like Kevin, he saves himself for that bike to take his big shot. What happened was he came out, he did a nice controlled row. But when they went to the boxes, all of a sudden none of the boxes were available in front of him. He had to go hunting for a box.
Right.
It probably cost him 10, 15 seconds.
Absolutely.
And in the end, that cost him because Rich Ryan ended up besting him by point whatever of a second, literally a dive across the line. That is, like you say, not the case this year.
Yep.
The athletes are very pleased about this. They like that it's going to come down to who's trained, who performs, and not who's got the luck. Now we also see the bike seats.
Yes.
Bike seats are all dropped down to zero.
That was something new yesterday as well, too, with the Deka Mile. I love that, by the way. I think it's great. Now, it is quite slightly a disadvantage for the taller athlete because they're going to have to move it up a half second more than the other person. However, I think it's great. It just evens out everything. Man, this race is going to be super exciting. You thought each day has gotten faster only because the running has gotten less. And that this is not the type of race, too, that there's going to be a clear, distinctive winner after the skier say, right? Because everyone knows there's still a whole other half of the race that very well someone could close out being a strong finisher.
After the skier, these boys are just getting warmed up. They're just getting ready. Right? And same with the women. They are just getting prepared. The skier gets to the point where we've decided who's paced themselves and who started racing too early. If you're racing at that skier, you're in trouble.
Yes.
If you're breathing heavy coming off the skier, you're in trouble. I say this to a lot of people I coach and a lot of people that are new to Deka. You come, especially, let's say you start coming off the rower, you need to be conversational on that rower.
Right.
You know, almost a zone 2 run pace. You need to just be settled back and relax because if you're not, it's going to bleed huge. You got the women coming to the start line there.
All right, here we go. Yep, they're lining up. They just had probably a debriefing with Mr. Jansen Gold. All right, so we got Carly Wobat there on the far right. Camila Mazza right there in lane 2. Alondra Greenlee. Oh, wait.
No,
That's not. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Tara in lane 3.
Yep, Tara.
Alondra's down in lane
Yes, yeah, there we go.
lane 7.
Who we got there? That is a Raquel Fares.
Raquel
Fares.
Fares.
I apologize if I'm butchering that name. So that's another name I'm not familiar with. A person also a competitor. I'll be interested to see. I mean, she's seated fourth. Clearly, has a very good, strong time. So I'm sure she's going to put the ladies in front of her there a good run for her money.
A 12:48 is no joke.
That's very impressive.
12:48 is legit fast, no matter what the course is. And I mean, she's seated with the big guns.
And then we got Chris Roglowski there in lane 5.
Lane White.
Lane 6. Yep, Becky.
And then that's Becca King. Becca King in the Nike shirt. Followed by Londra Greenlee. That would be Brandy Woodall and Annie Schiller filling out the end of the row, end of the line. Gonna go off.
Ladies and gentlemen, yep, don't blink. You're gonna miss it if you do. This is gonna be a sub-12 race. Do we see a world record today?
I'm gonna say probably not due to the size of the course. They're off.
Here we go. All right, moving on to the first station. Reverse lunges. Here we go.
And
so I don't think Carly will necessarily have the lead after the lunges. But then again, they're all going to be fairly bunched together. That's the case at most times for anything with the lunges. However, I think she starts making her move early on the rower, and it's going to be who wants it best and are they going to burn out.
Carly is doing a lot of them. You'll see they're stepping off the edge of the mat, giving themselves a little more traction.
Oh, okay, and Raquel taking the lead.
Carly right behind her.
There's Camilla right there.
Camilla with a slip on the rower. That little seconds can cost
Little
you.
seconds does, absolutely. Do you bother with the straps? Do you mess with the damper setting? Do you even touch any of that, Dave, at all? Or is this something you just get on and row?
I personally say straps, no. Damper, yes. Damper is super important.
Yes.
A lot of people come into the rollers and they think, let's jack this sucker up to 10 because I'm strong, I'm ready to go. It's been proven time and time again. If you're racing 200 meters and you're coming in fresh and doing nothing after, sure, jack that up.
Yeah.
But if you're going 500 meters with another 10 minutes of racing to go, probably realistically you want to be around a 5 or a 4. Reality is normally if you had your druthers, you'd want to set the drift, the drag factor.
No, there you go.
But they don't get time for this, so they got to take a bit of a guess.
Absolutely.
But you see now, what we were on the look for is who is rowing control.
Yes, look at Carly's row. Carly is such an amazing athlete. Great background in volleyball, right?
Yep.
Olympic status, I should mention. She's just a very strong athlete. Completely dominated the Battle Bunker, the Hypercon Games earlier this year. And Camilla looks strong on the rower too. She's great on the machine. She knows exactly what to do.
And what you're seeing, like I'm looking here, and none of these women are falling trap. They're all rowing smooth and steady.
They're looking good. Yeah, no one's necessary. It doesn't appear that no one in this heat is trying to push it out fast early. And I think that's smart and knowing exactly what's to come.
Absolutely, and this is where it can get very tempting. You see 4 fingers up there for Carly Wopat's judge, so she's 400 meters in. And look, she's getting out now. Going to be first out of the rower.
Already off. Okay, so not the first in, but the first one off. Amazing move by Carly. Here comes Camilla.
And I think this is smart for Carly. She needs to make her ground on these machines.
Yes,
she needs
absolutely.
To take account, even if she needs to go a little hard.
I agree. I think she'll be a little bit slower on the little more functional movements, such as the box overs or the method ball setups and stuff. However, the machines is definitely where she's going to make up that time. There's Annie Schiller.
Yeah, and Alondra both moving pretty well. Tara looking just like what Tara does every time.
Still look out for Chris. You can never discredit her for anything. You never know where she may appear. She very well could be in the lead in a lot of things. She's not the strongest on the stations, but she's just an overall phenomenal athlete.
Chris is one of those ones who, again, the first of the setups, we got Carly with Camilla falling from close behind. Chris is one of those ones who lets her overall fitness carry her. Looks like Alondra.
Yeah, can't necessarily see
from the backside there.
Okay. Yeah, don't
You see Chris, though, she's slow playing it just like she does in the everything.
Yeah, we still have other late backside folks, so we can't just necessarily discredit them. They're into this game just as much as Carly and Camilla is. Now, make her move on the skier right after this.
No.
She's falling a little bit behind on the podium at the moment, but does she move up on the skier knowing she needs to make up some seconds?
No, Tara won't panic yet. I would suspect Tara DiCiano to even make a move until a farmer's carry.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so Annie and Alondra are battling for third at the moment, but all their ladies right behind them, though.
Yeah, you've probably got less than a
Raquel,
30-second swing from first to 10th. Great shot. They'll all probably be cruising along here
Absolutely.
at around, your faster ladies are going to be around let's call it just under 150. The other ladies, some hovering around closer to a 2 minute, and you might get the odd one being just over 2 minutes.
Yes.
But again, if you see them starting to struggle, if you look like they're trying too hard, it's a little too early still.
Yeah, this is only halfway through, so it's still anyone's game for sure. And I think that's Brandy Woodall there on the far left in the red.
Yeah. We constantly say, pace the first half, race the second half.
Yes, absolutely.
And despite the fact that
you'll never win it at the beginning, but you very well could destroy your whole race at the beginning, right?
Oh, I've seen them fall apart in the rower.
I call pulling out of Caleb Yates, and we'll see him later in the co-ed division. So
they see Tara there taking a little peek over, checking out, seeing how everybody's going.
This is good. This is where if someone wants to make a move, they can, but it may cost them as well too.
Yeah.
But I think these ladies know exactly what they're doing. They all have a strategy going into this, and I know they're probably keep staying true to it as well too.
Yeah. And this is where it's starting to hurt. Things are starting to hurt.
Absolutely.
And it becomes at this point, who is willing to hurt harder?
The breathing is heavy right now, for sure.
Yeah. And who's willing to let their quads burn once they get going, once they get on that tank?
And Carly off first. All right.
And I don't see this farmer carry slowing Carly down.
Not at all. In fact, go ahead and give her the men's weight. That she would probably move even faster.
I will say this, I've said it many times about the farmer's carry, especially in this 10-meter format. And we got Alondra Greenlee off in third.
There we go.
It can very easily spike your heart rate if you go a little too hard here. It's completely underrated.
So this is 40 pounds per hand that these ladies are carrying. And they're going 10 meters down, 10 meters back, 5 times, an accumulation of 100 meters. Alondra's looking great. She's looking strong.
She is very much so.
She hasn't got a podium yet. She's hungry for one. She was on the podium, I believe, in all 3 last year. So she wants it today. I can see it.
And this is a zone where you can see
Lauren Griffin.
Lauren Griffin out of the second wave.
Yeah.
Making a little
I got thrown off there for a second.
Lauren Griffin, don't be surprised to see her sneak in.
Absolutely. So women in wave 2, don't discredit them whatsoever. They very well could make the podium or shake up a few things as well. Lauren Griffin has been killing it this weekend. She very well could be on the podium again. That's a name we really didn't throw out there.
Well, and you got Carly, Camilla on the bike, Alondra setting her seat up.
Here we go.
Tara as well, going setting her seat up.
All right. Annie not far behind.
You can see the pain in their faces now.
Absolutely. This is the pain cave right here. The worst station in Deka Fit by far.
And Carly getting up and after it, actually on her feet.
They call it the devil's bike for a reason. Carly standing.
Now it looks like Tara's making a bit of move there.
I think so too.
Her RPM is high.
Which would be smart. I think if you're going to do it, burn your match now. Do it now.
And that's what she did in the mile.
Yep.
Was the exact same strategy. That's where she made her move. It worked yesterday. Let's give it another shot today.
Absolutely. All right, so we wave 2 right behind there that you can see in the far right corner. Or the bottom right corner, excuse me. Doing medicine ball setups.
And I got no reason to think in that second wave, you can watch somebody like Lori Winkleman could pop out of that second wave.
Oh, yes.
She is incredibly strong.
That's another one as well, too.
Carly off the bike.
All right, so Carly making her way over the shoulders. She's got a pretty good lead right now. But it's not anything to get comfortable with, though.
And that is a long. She's so tall. That's a long way for travel. But she has that strength.
Wow, she has a tremendous lead right now.
Look at Tara Jackson's cadence compared to Camilla's.
Absolutely. And all right, Camilla's off in second. Can she catch Carly? Or does Carly have a big enough lead right now?
Camilla is moving at a great pace on those dead balls. A faster pace than...
And here goes Sarah and Alondra in third. Okay. Oh, now this is where it gets exciting right now. This is where the race begins, folks, right here.
So I'm watching here and I'm seeing, although Carly has that incredible strength, her technique is not quite as solid as some of the other women. She's losing track of the ball a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That could be a sign of some fatigue setting in.
She's moving on to the tank. Again, the tank is not going to slow her down at all as well.
No, and this tank moves well.
It does.
I think you won't see a big difference on the push, but I think with Carly, you're going to see an incredible thing.
All right, here comes Camilla. Let's see. She's about a full length behind.
I'm a little surprised to see Carly walking back with the tank.
And Alondra in third.
And not rowing. Camilla dropped the straps, costing some valuable time.
Yep. And here comes Tara, about maybe a half of a push length behind Alondra at the moment. Oh, there's the cameraman.
That man has been very brave.
That guy has been fighting death all weekend long.
He's a brave man.
He is very brave. I was always afraid he was going to get hit eventually this weekend.
Look at Alondra, and I believe that's Raquel just battling the whole way.
Don't count out Raquel as well too. It seems like she's moving this pretty efficiently.
Yeah, again,
I think she's on the same pool length as Tara, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. Tara just a slight lead over, as well as Alondra. It looks like Alondra put a little gap on her. It looks like Alondra has passed. She's definitely in third.
Yep. Oh man, it's going to be a burpee off. This is going to be good.
Now in those burpee offs, do not underestimate it. Some people might think, oh, Carly Wopat, she's too tall, she can't do burpees. That's a damn lie.
Yes, it is.
She is very quick and very efficient.
All right, she should be on her last push and pull. Chris not too far behind as well. She'll possibly get a top 5 finish today.
Carly looks like almost she's moving better as she goes, but Camilla is hanging in there.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Remember that drop of the straps Camilla did? That could end up costing her.
Yep. Oh, Alondra's already done. Whoa.
Dr. Alondra Greenlee is going to work.
Wow. Where did that come from? Oh, and wow, Camilla caught up to her. Oh, man. Wow. And Carly is not moving well in these burpees right now. Camilla is moving. And so is Alondra. Unbelievable. Tank push and pull. Didn't even factor that in.
Alondra Greenlee.
Wow.
This workout suits her so well because she has that incredible strength, that explosive power.
Wow.
And she looks like she has timed it so well. She paced properly.
Third in the tank, first leaving. Unbelievable. Let's see if she can hold off on the burpees, though. I think she had about a 2-rep, 3-rep lead.
This is so
This is and Alondra Greenlee.
Alondra crossed the line.
2023.
Alondra Greenlee, 2023 Deka Strong World Champion.
Wow, congratulations. Unofficial because there's always a wave too, but congratulations.
Camilla Massa.
Wow. Camilla was second place finish.
Carly struggling to finish.
Wow. And Carly still in the burpees. Man. Wow, you talk about a bracket bust right there, man.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
And there it came down to it. Here comes Carly. Look for a race.
Oh.
Who crossed the line?
Oh. Raquel might have gotten her.
Tara Jackson just right behind
Tara.
her. No, Tara was, she came behind this dude in front of Carly. Here comes
Oh,
Raquel.
man. Just complete chaos.
Was there not Raquel? Yeah, Raquel came over. That was
how exciting was that, Dave?
That's crazy. We gotta wait for some official finishes here to find out.
Yes.
But it does look like Alondra Greenlee, Camilla Massa, and then the third was a race for third. Let's see if
we're not sure if
official stats on that.
Carly ended up pulling off that podium or not. Where on earth did Alondra come out of nowhere on that push and pull? That was amazing.
I mean, that is just textbook pacing.
All right, so we still got the second wave. We got Lauren Griffith here.
And Lauren's moving really well.
She is. And I know I'm not sure what her bike was or anything like that, but I'm sure it's pretty top-notch.
She has got a solid bike. She's been solid all through everything this week. Trying to find here if we can get a little official word.
A couple other ladies there. These ladies have just enough good shot as anybody else competing, so you can never let your foot off the pedal. Janelle Teal.
So unofficially here, we've got Alondra Greenlee, Camilla Massa, Carly Wopat, and Raquel Ferris, Tara Jackson, Annie Schiller, Crystal Gillespie, Heather White, Becky King, and Aquila
Penix.
But
Congratulations, Greenlee.
I am calling that unofficial because Lauren Griffin is moving.
Yeah, Lauren Griffith is moving. And quite where she is on time-wise, but just put her in the hunt. What a comeback. Way to just be there, knowing Carly was probably going to lead the majority of the race. And what do you think happened? Where do you think it fell apart for Carly there? Do you think she went out too hot on the assault bike? Because she had a pretty commanding lead coming off of it. Do you think she pushed it a little too hot and burned out on the tank?
Yeah, the problem being when your strength is the machines, is you sometimes got to make your move a little earlier. So maybe we think, did she go bad on the bike? Did she go bad on the ski? She might have went bad on the road. She might have overdid it there.
True.
And then it all caught up to her.
Yep.
So, but you could see it, like I said, when she was doing the dead ball overs. She was losing sight of the ball, losing form. And that's always a sign fatigue is setting in. And then when she got to the burpees, she just did not have the pace to keep up with Camilla and Alondra, who is so steady, start to finish.
Phenomenal.
There was no die in power.
Wow.
So again, it'll be very interesting.
So let's see how these ladies finish up. Lauren Griffith finishing strong.
I got my eyes on Lauren
there on her left.
Oh, we've got one of the women to the burpees.
Okay, Janelle Teal, I believe from North Carolina. I just remember doing a live feed at that time, and a lot of people were giving shout-outs and a lot of love to her. Okay, so if she is the top female in this, it'd be interesting to see where her time falls. Does she shake up the podium or not?
I don't think she'll shake up the podium, but she could shake up the top 5.
Absolutely.
She's moving very well.
She is. She's moving strong. Oh.
They have her as 4.
So
I was 3rd. I'm Raquel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we've got a little confusion. We'll get it all squared away.
We'll get it definitely squared away with the timings. And Raquel just came over claiming she got 3rd over Carly. So.
But again, we said these are unofficial.
These are unofficial.
Unofficial at the time. There will be timing reviews. So you could see possibly Carly and Raquel. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see what happens. But, man, I would say it would be, as far as Carly's stature of where she wants to be as a hybrid athlete and stuff, we would definitely say it would be a disappointment.
There we go.
All right, Janelle Teal just crossed the finish line. So she would technically be the only one that would probably shake up the podium thing at the moment.
So Janelle Teal showing 6th.
6th. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And Lauren Griffith, another amazing women finish line.
Lauren Griffiths probably will be. That Lauren Griffiths got in the 9th position again, unofficially.
That's great.
Shaking up the top 10 from the back end.
Again, a couple of ladies finishing, and that started in Group B, finishing in the top times in Group A. Just shows you that no matter what your seed is, you're still an elite athlete, and you can very well win just because you're in the second wave, right? So
yeah, and it shows again, don't quit on it.
Not at all.
Ladies, again, as always, carnage at the Classic Deka finish line.
Wow, what a race. What a race. This was very exciting, and it's only the start. The men are up next, and I imagine that's going to be an amazing one, too.
Sorry,
we got
unofficially. Yeah, these are the unofficial results.
Yes,
seem like we're having a bit of a review for the 3rd place position.
All right, so Alondra Greenlee with a time of 12:12, your 2023 Deka Strong Female World Champion. We got Camilla there in 2nd, Carly in 3rd, unofficial at the moment. Raquel in 4th. We know how close that finish that was. Tara Jackson still just a 2nd as well, too. Look at this, actually, from 3rd to 6th. 3 seconds.
There you go.
3 seconds. So I wonder if Janelle Teal, if she would have been in Group A, would those 3 seconds would have been a little faster.
Who knows? It could have been. It could have been 3 seconds. She could have ended up on the podium. It was that close.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Alondra Greenlee came in with a qualifying time of 13:10 and ran a 12:12
Wow.
on a long, slow
Wow.
course.
So you talk about leaving it all out there today. She did exactly that.
You know,
And then, of course, shout out to Amy Schiller, Lori Wickelman, also from Group
I
B as
tell you,
well.
Lori Wickelman.
Lauren Griffith from Group B, and Chris Orlowski rounding out the top 10.
Lori Wickelman going to go out tonight. She's going to have like 3 Jack's pizzas. You ever seen Lori Wickelman? She's my pizza homie. We're good.
Pizza for days.
All right.
Wow.
Some of those were, like I said, coming out there and horses for courses, right? We said this before, and I said at the beginning, although I thought Carly was doing really well, that those transitions make such a difference in this shorter race.
Absolutely.
And it can, even when she has to put out a little bit of energy that she might not be used to in a better setup, and that can catch up. But I'm so excited for Alondra. Alondra last year, 2nd in the fit, 2nd in the mile, 2nd in the strong.
Yes.
Finally gets her world championship.
Yep.
And let's be straight out, it's not been the best year for Alondra.
Right.
She has struggled this year. So you'll never find a nicer woman, a more competitive woman. And I'm so happy to see her come and take
Congrats to her. Absolutely. This was great for this year for the women as well, too. All different champions.
Yeah.
From all spectrums as well, too. This is great. I think it's great for the sport. Granted, we always want, if it's someone's your best friend to win every single race and stuff. But this is great for the sport, and it shows the true nature that you could be in different shape for a certain race and specialize. Maybe what we don't know is Alondra specifically trained just for the strong. And she came in there, and if that is the case, she has proven it today. Congrats to her. Well, rightfully earned.
And you could be right there. You could have hit the nail on the head. Whereas maybe her training, maybe she hasn't been getting the running in. Maybe she hasn't been getting that zone 2 training in because she's been so busy. I mean, she's a surgeon. She's a busy person. She's got a lot going on. We all say it. Hey, real life gets in the way. But when you're training for the strong, your training's a little more condensed. It's a very different style of training. You maybe don't need quite so many hours. And that could be, like you said, that could be what gave her the edge here.
Yes.
Their time, her qualifying time was a long time ago.
Yes.
That is not a recent time.
Right. That is not. Definitely not showing her current fitness, for sure.
No.
You guys looking at the timing at all?
Okay, sorry. It's just a few more questions about timing.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for the timing, 10 over here, of course. So, a quick shout out, of course, too, to our rabbits who are out there on the course. OCR partnered with Titan 6 Actual. Their mission is to inspire and to empower people to take command of their lives by adopting the Titan ethos so they can become the best version of themselves and help others do the same. Through powerful and inspirational designs and under the Titan Shield logo, their apparel seeks to bring out your inner Titan spirit. Don't just live, take command. Titan 6 Actual, thank you for partnering and putting on for our rabbits for the OCR Report live feed today.
Yeah, and remember here, we bring you these streams. We bring these streams. OCR Report puts a lot into this. Support them. Support companies that support your sport.
Absolutely.
That help grow this sport.
Yes.
And that's, I say, we got to put our money where our mouth is. If we want these sport to grow, if we want more great races to attend, more great races to watch, we got to back up the people who are making it happen.
Absolutely. So, everybody, show some love out there. Give my man, Jason Dupree, the respect that he deserves for sure by putting this on for him, taking his time out this weekend to come out and do this for you guys at home while you sit there comfortably and drink your coffee and watch this.
So we're just looking here on the screen, and is there anything more intimidating than seeing Brian Corning walk across the line?
Not at all. These are huge individuals. Now, if you want a showcase of just complete physiques, this is it right here, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's not a single athlete out here who doesn't belong out here today. They earned their spots here, and this is gonna be fun to watch.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my fellow Canadian there on screen in the great top, Ashley Squires. Ashley down from Canada here just to compete in the strong. Very excited. Heck of a guy, school teacher by day, badass by night.
I like it.
Right. Hopefully we can see him get his nose in it.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and give some shout out to a couple of guys that are going to be in the B wave. I believe if they do the top 10, right?
Yep.
Then we're going to be looking at Adam Halls, Nick Riker, David Medita. 11:40.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, 11:45.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Just a quick time check. Sorry about that.
So we're looking at three huge names that can shake up the podium. I'm not just saying top five, the podium. David Begita, you can't count this man out by any means. We've seen what he's been able to do with the teams and what he did in Deka Fit on Friday, of course, coming out of nowhere and finishing strong in second place. But Austin Telnishoff as well is another guy to look out for. He may not look it as far as like a Ryan Corning or a Kevin Gregory, but this man can move, and he's got some power behind his legs and his arms as well. But is there any other names maybe on that list in the second wave that you see could shake up a few things?
Oh, for sure. First off, I'm going to back you up with Austin. Austin is day one Deka. That guy has been going since the beginning.
Yes.
He's fantastic and does not get the credit he deserves. He's often maybe just in the back of the shadow, and he shouldn't because he's a hell of an athlete.
Yes.
Aaron Nolan. Oh, we got
Carly coming up here.
Why didn't I get a penalty?
We don't know.
I'm not
You
sure.
have to ask the time.
Yeah, it's Nita and Sam when they're over here is who you need to speak with.
All right, so a little bit quick news.
Oh.
Apparently, we got Carly Wopat has received a penalty.
Oh, man. Oh, that's huge.
So we'll have to get, when we get a little more news on that, we'll let you know.
It doesn't seem like anything was wrong.
The only thing I could think of is possibly a missed rep somewhere, or maybe
Sure.
leaving a machine early.
Yeah, that could very well be.
She looked like she had a clean run. Nothing jumped out at me right away, but
Right.
we watch a lot of screens here, and we could have missed it. So,
That's very true. Oh, well,
so
again, that would change up third and fourth, of course, but Raquel still
it could change up a lot depending on the size of the penalty.
That's true. That is very true. And again, I guess that's up to Yancey Culp to make that decision on what the penalty may be.
Yeah, we'll do our best to get her word as to what the situation was.
Absolutely.
I was saying Aaron Nolan, big respect. Man's in the 45 to 50 age division and is scoring him with the big dogs and rated 15th with an 11.53.
Wow.
All right?
Such a bad sign.
He's one of them that could. I don't think. No offense, Aaron. I don't think Aaron's gonna take play in the podium, but he could very well jump into that top 10.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Also, too, another name, of course, Rich Ryan will not be competing today. I think he's out for the remainder of the weekend, unfortunately.
Quick thing on that. Rich Ryan, though, not serious. Going to be okay. He'll be back in action.
That's good. That's good to hear because we all love to see the best of the best compete, and we wish him well. But Max Fennell, what do you think of that guy? So we saw him for the first time ever introduced into the Spartan Games when he was on the first one there, a triathlete, right? And anytime he comes out to these Deka Fits, he always takes it out hot. He's always in the running, but then slowly ties it down. However, this is just a strong. He's coming in with a 12:16. So compared to the top guys, a little bit off as far as time, but with this type of layout and going against the competition, do we see a side of Max maybe we have not seen yet?
I think that first thing I'll say is Max doesn't have to worry about any technical hills, and this should be fine for him. But great guy, Max Fennell. I love seeing him out here. He's a credit to the community. I think the layout does help Max. Max likes a little more space to move. The layout definitely helps him. He's not quite as bulky and strong as some of the other men, but the layout will help him. Again, I don't think Max has it in him to make it into the podium picture, but possibly could jump in the top 10. I personally believe Max needs to cool it off the start and let it build. Let it build.
Sure.
I know he's got an engine, but he's not using it to his full advantage yet.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if that's just his style. Some people like to go out.
And that's okay. Honestly, when you got nothing else, just go for it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So another quick shout out as well, too. Brandon Bonai, my boy, Luke Hayes. You guys, come on, shake up a few things up in that Group B. Let me see it.
Yeah, Brandon Bonai now, he's run a few relays. He's been busy this weekend.
Yeah, Brandon's been very busy. And he just told me today as well, too, obviously is sick. A lot of people are sick this weekend. Yeah. This Dallas weather, it's a hit or miss sometimes in this month. And, of course, living here for 13 years now, I've started to adapt to it. But, man, the allergies are terrible here. So a lot of people, if you're not used to the area, can get sick and get messed with a lot of things for sure, too.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, the weather might be dry, and you might get sick first. But my house at home is covered in ice and snow, and I'm quite happy to be here.
That's fair. This is a great time to visit Texas right now. Don't come in July, though.
Hopefully my daughter's boyfriend is shoveling the driveway. Get on that, would you, Connor? Come on, really, seriously. All
right, here we go. So we got the men starting to line up. Man, this first wave is going to be awesome. I think the slowest time is going to be 11:20. Do we see a world record today?
Again, I'm going to say no due to the layout of the course. But here's something that a lot of people don't know. Yes, Rylan Shadegg has a 10:33 record and seems to be the only man.
That's Marcus Wallace.
Marcus Wallace
in lane 4.
Yeah. So
And
a
then
lot
Kevin
of
Gregory in
people
lane
think
3.
he's the only man to go sub 11, but it isn't true. Just a couple weeks ago, Kevin Gregory snuck
Ryan
off to
Geiger.
a strong. What's that?
Oh,
Ryan
just
Geiger
announced
right
an
there.
ago. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So just the other weekend, Kevin Gregory snuck off to a strong at a local gym and whipped off of 10:48.
Wow, that's amazing. There's Ryan Corney.
Ryan, yeah, we got. So in line right now, we've got Rylan Stagg, Ryan Kent, Kevin Gregory,
And there's Colin Stiefer,
Ryan Geiger.
followed by Grayson Kilgore.
Yeah. Now look at this. Look at this. Marcus Wallace wearing, it almost looks like knee pads.
Knee pads,
They
yeah.
look like lifting knee braces.
Sean Sykes there next to Grayson Kilgore on the far left, and then quickly followed by Isaac Sanderson.
Isaac Sanderson.
Oh, Adam Halls, okay.
There we go.
Okay, so they're letting 11 in.
But we do have.
Oh, they're letting in 12. Oh, okay, so Nick Riker and Adam Halls will be in wave 1. Okay.
That is fantastic.
That's great.
I was just saying, Isaac Sanderson, another one of our Canadians out here. Great to see him out there. My roommate for the weekend.
Future of the sport.
Future
right
of
here.
the sport. So many men under 30 years old here.
Yes. Our future is definitely bright with talent.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
He is looking to make up because he didn't have the performance and the fit that he'd like, and he rested yesterday. He's looking to make it up. Well,
if only there are a few runs in between, because Isaac has got some wheels on him. So
and an engine.
Yeah, an engine. So this is man. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. I have been waiting for this race only because I know I've seen so many strongs in my life already, but this is literally the best of the best right here. All 12 of these men can take home the win today.
Now, I'll be surprised if anyone other than Rylan comes off the rower first.
Right.
So I expect him to come out and lead it.
Rylan likes to take the lead, and he likes to play catch up. So
I think he could be in a situation where he's going to try to drag people along and see who he can make uncomfortable and burn out.
Yep. Does Kent have it in him to dethrone Rylan?
Kent
Because
yesterday.
he won the World Championship last year.
That's right. That's right.
So this is your last year's world champ standing right next to Rylan in lane 2.
That's right. And Kent has not been feeling very well. Saturday Kent was way better than Friday Kent.
It was.
And Sunday Kent is looking mean.
Yes. I think he's hungry. He's ready to eat.
Yeah, he's not a man who takes losing well.
No, he does not. And that's great. It makes for great viewing as well too, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Ryan Geiger right there next to Kevin Gregory in lane 4, the blue shorts. Not a big name that we don't necessarily know too much in the sport, but be on the lookout for him. Here we go. All right, they're looking smooth. I'm going to say Kevin Gregory and Ryan Kemp will be coming off these first. Probably coming off the rower first. Like you said, Ryan Corning likes to play the long game, right?
Yeah.
So don't necessarily look at him to be in the mix early, but he'll definitely make us move up, definitely when we get closer to the bottom.
Isaac Sanderson looking like he's ordering a cup of coffee. He's so relaxed right now.
All right, here we go.
Gregory.
Kevin off first. Yep.
Adam Hawes.
Man. Okay.
Oh, Rylan with a trip.
All right, Grayson Kilgore, I believe, coming off last, but that's just station 1. Plenty of time. Sean Sykes is another name that we don't know too much about as well, too, right there with the headband on. It'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Now, I already see, and I know it seems so early to say this, Adam Hawes looking like he's pulling hard on that rower.
Yep.
That's not a great sign. Great sign this early. Even little signs are big signs.
What do you think they're rowing right now? On average.
On average, let's say if they're smart, low 140s to high 130s.
Right.
Anyone getting lower than that is probably pushing too hard. And look at Rylan peeking over and taking a look at Kent's numbers.
Always
Kent
does that.
At Bubbles numbers.
I love it.
His game's
it's a ripple effect. You know, I'm with you on that as well, too. You have to be smart on the rower. There has been so many times in a strong, because there is no run for recovery, you will blow your legs up. And, of course, the first 3 stations are designed to blow your legs up and get them nice and warm. So if you're not taking your time and being efficient on the rower, those box overs are going to be a lot harder than you think they will.
Oh, yeah. And if you're like a high-end rower, you're going to look at some of these guys' form and say, this is a little bit off, a little bit different. but you got to remember they're doing it different. They're not just trying to row. They're setting themselves up and saving their legs. So they might not be pushing with their legs quite as hard as, say, somebody going for a 500 record.
This is fun to watch when you see Nick Reichert there on the far left in the red shorts, Isaac Sanderson right there to the right. When you see him and then Ryland in first, and then, Kent making the move.
Like I said, I'd be surprised to see anybody but Ryland off the roller first. He likes to make him hurt.
It's exciting to watch Ryland and Isaac and Nick and maybe one other as well too. The runner build kind of be in a mix as well, because the Deka Strong is definitely a strong man's game. This is definitely if you're strong in the box, or I'm sorry, in CrossFit, and just how much do you think like Kevin Gregory weighs or Marcus Wallace weighs? I mean, we're thinking what, 215?
I'm going to say probably more.
All right, Ryland's
I'd be surprised if Kevin Gregory was under 225.
Oh, Marcus Wallace in second. All right.
Marcus Wallace had some really good box over.
He did.
Tell he's been doing this. Now here's the thing, I like what Ryland and Ryan Kent have done here, so that when they finish their last sit-up, they're running straight in.
Absolutely.
Whereas some of the other guys, Ryan Geiger, Bubbles, they're facing the other way.
It's
smart. Have to put it down and do a turnaround.
It's a small strategy. Kevin there kind of diagonal, but that could be just because he's moving very fast.
I think he's already rotating his way around. Ryland off first.
All right. Wow. Ryland is hauling right now.
And it looks like Marcus in second.
All right, so they got on about 3:31.
Now,
Let's see when he comes off this, what type of time they're rolling right there.
Marcus Wallace is a demon on the skier.
Yes, he is.
He has that CrossFit background and is a beast on the machines.
Now, I will say skier is one thing. When you have a height advantage, you get more of that reach up and more of a power pulling down.
It's going to be a case on him. Let's say Marcus right now and Ryland, if they're staying there in the lead, and I would be surprised if they got caught. You got Ryland with that engine versus Marcus's power.
Yes.
And we'll see which one comes out ahead there, because it was not a lot front, not a lot between them going onto the skier.
Look at the cadence as well, too. You can kind of see on the far right, Ryland definitely has a higher strokes per minute compared to Kevin and Ryan and Marcus and even Ryan Corning and Ryan Geiger, they definitely have a slower cadence, but they're pulling more. And look at Kevin's form. He's not really using his legs. He's hinging more.
That's right. Now
opposed to a squat such as like Marcus Wallace there on the far left. Look at him going into a full squat deck. I say Marcus comes off this in second, right behind Ryland.
I do too, but the thing with Kevin's form is he is a straight line. There is no extra wasted motion. A lot of times, you'll see a little bit with Marcus, he gets down low, and then there's that back kick.
Right.
That's not pulling at that time. That's not encouraging the fan to spin. Every motion Kevin does is encouraging that fan to spin.
So his cadence is a little bit higher for that.
Yeah, it's a different style, but it's not that it's a bad style.
Well, he definitely knows he's not going to burn his arms out. He's done this more than enough times.
That's
so
right.
We know
how much will have to do with their damper set. There's Ryland off, Ryan Kent, and Marcus Wallace.
Okay, here we go. Ryland can't get the foot off the pedal, man. He's got to keep going. And then Colin Steeper right there.
We never even mentioned Colin Steeper.
All right, so he got off about 5:18, got on about 3:30, so definitely a sub-2.
Marcus Wallace is hunting Ryland right now. He's having a strong farmer carry.
Wow. Grayson Kilgore right there as well. Everybody on him.
But you know what's coming up.
Yep,
it's the showdown at the OK Corral.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to watch this. You better pin down anything paper because it's about to fly out of this building. If they want to generate some electricity using those assault bikes, now's the time to do it.
Now we'd be solving the world's energy crisis.
Here we go, Marcus Wallace. Moving into the bike.
Ryland on the bike.
Ryan Kent right behind him.
And they're adjusting the seat. It looks like Marcus Wallace got on the bike, adjusted his seat very fast.
Here we go.
Kent still
and there goes, wow, look at Ryland.
Woo!
Hammering it. Okay, here we go. Here comes Kevin. This is where he makes his move. Nick Reichert right there, too. Here we go.
Here we go. Watch this. There'll be
don't blink.
3 seconds of easy pedal, and then we're going to shake the
hammering.
There it goes. Crank it up, crank it up, crank it up, crank it up.
Ryland, let's see if he still. Wow. Look at that. Look at Ryan next to him. Ryan Geiger is getting it as well.
Corning just off screen, hammering away.
Kent looks like he's dying off just a
And
little
there's
bit.
Kevin Gregory.
Wow.
You can hear everybody go insane.
Tied
He's
now
made
with
his
Ryland.
move. Now, does he have enough to hold off Ryland?
Unbelievable. There comes Marcus and Ryan Kent right behind. Wow.
Kevin moving better. Ryland slowing on the dead ball.
Looks like he is hurting.
Kevin is moving faster than anyone.
Kevin sees it. Oh, he's a shark in the water. He can taste that blood right now, Dave.
You can just see not a flaw in his form.
Oh,
every
man.
step exactly where he wants it. Knows where that ball is at every second.
Wow. Great
Lifting
move.
it with ease, making it look like it's a tinfoil ball.
Let's see who comes off this first. And it's Bubbles. Kevin Gregory moving into the tank.
Kevin Gregory, he's heading out.
Wow, let's see how much of a lead he has. Here comes Ryland.
We're looking at almost a full length by the time he gets going.
Oh, man. Okay. Can Kevin hold on?
Marcus Wallace right behind Ryland.
Right there.
Ryan Kent right behind Marcus Wallace.
And here comes Colin Steeper and Ryan Geiger and Ryan Kent as well. It's going to be a burpee off.
Now,
I think all races today will be burpee off. So,
just because Kevin's a big man, do not underestimate his burpees.
Absolutely.
He can fly.
Absolutely.
And look at the pull difference between him and Ryan Geiger.
Oh, man. It looks like Kevin is pulling away just a couple of seconds here or there, but that's going to be 1 or 2 reps on the burpees if, let's say, Ryland moves faster, but that's an advantage Kevin's going to need.
Well, mass moves mass.
Absolutely.
Kevin has mass. Look at him catch up.
Look at that.
On Kent there.
How bad do you want it, Kevin?
This is Kevin's time. Kevin has multiple relay world championships.
And world record.
And world records. Does he finally claim his first solo individual world championship?
Hey,
it's there.
Look, and actually look at the time. He could very well break the world record today. 9:20. I think this is his last pull.
He needs close to a minute to do those burpees.
Okay, he's got one more. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He's got one more. But I'm not going to count it out. 10:33 is
He could go sub 11. He could very well go sub 11, which has only been done twice.
Oh, man. Oh, this is exciting. All right, this is his last
He's
pull.
not slowing. He's chasing everybody at every second he can.
Here we go. Ryland is
He's
off
the
behind.
burpees. And
Here he comes.
There is no doubt that man is a proud favorite.
He is definitely the
One
people's champ. Kevin Gregory. Can he do it? He
Marcus Wallace
Here
coming
comes
in
Ryland
second.
Marcus.
That's a 5-rep lead.
Kevin Gregory told me he didn't even know if he wanted to compete at the elite level because he didn't think he had it in him, but the man does. He is such a humble human being.
Ryland is hammering it.
Look at Ryland flying.
A half a rep, almost every rep. Can Kevin hold on? And can Ryland maintain that pace?
Can Marcus? Oh.
Marcus Wallace looks like he is slowing. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the move. But Ryland is not finished, and Ken is not giving up.
Let's see.
These boys want it.
These burpees. Kevin Gregory is getting everywhere.
Judges are in their ear.
Digging deep.
Ryland not stopping.
The man they call Bubbles the
Kevin
Clown.
Gregory.
Kevin Gregory. Your 2023 men's Deka Strong World Champion.
Kevin's first ever individual championship.
And rightfully earned. I couldn't think.
Kevin
Ryland is second with Marcus Wallace.
Ryan
Kent in third.
Edging out Marcus Wallace.
Wow.
I said he wasn't giving up, and he did.
What a finish.
But we could just come across and
I couldn't think of a more deserving human being to be a world champion than Kevin Gregory. Congratulations, man. I am so proud of that guy.
I'll tell you right now, nobody in the community, nobody in this hybrid space lives Deka more than Kevin Gregory
Absolutely.
and his underdog fitness
Absolutely.
crew. You see them everywhere. You can recognize them by those shirts, and you can recognize them by the finishes.
An OG to the sport, all the way starting back in obstacle course racing with Spartan. This
Isaac
man,
Sanderson coming in with a great finish.
#1 Canadian, right?
#1 Canadian.
Yeah, there we go.
See, unofficially, we got Kevin Gregory, Rylan Shaddad, Mark Schwaltz, Colin Steve are coming in there. Isaac Sanderson with the 7th, Ryan Greiger 6th. Aaron Nellen, old boy, coming in 8th. Way to go,
Wow,
brother.
look at that. Well, the second wave hasn't even finished.
Adam Hawes right now in 8th. Adam Hawes now in 10th.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's changing up a little bit. Yeah.
Nick Riker got an 8th.
What a great weekend for him as well, too.
Nick Riker, you know, they used to say the Riker line. The Riker line was that,
Mr. Deka.
what's that? The Riker line, they said, was that line. If you're better than Nick Riker, you're really good.
I like it.
That's
That's
not
a
the
great
case anymore,
stat.
though.
And that is a huge compliment.
It is, but it's not the case anymore because Nick Riker is too good for that.
Yes. He's too good for his own
That
line.
line is dropped back to somebody else. I am ecstatic. Kevin Gregory,
Wow.
drinks are on you tonight.
I cannot wait to get an interview with this man.
You can't help but be excited. He is 100% the fan favorite and deserving so. We've got some of our second heat now getting on the bike.
A couple of the men coming on here.
There's my boy Ashton Squire getting on the bike there. It looks like right near the front of wave 2.
This could very well shake up a few things in Heat 1. There's Maxville right there. Ball right in front of him is Brandon Bonine. Wow, I have to get an interview with Mr. Bubbles. I have to. And also, too, let's get one with the Elantra.
Mike's. We're not set. Well, hopefully to get him to come back, we'll hopefully get some interviews.
Yeah, we'll. If we could send out maybe one of the rabbits to possibly reel them in after they're done dying on the floor, of course.
Now look at this. I'll tell you right now. Ashton Squire pushing it on the bike there. And yeah, I'm going to play Homer. I'm going to play fan favorite for my flag wave.
That's okay. Go ahead, man.
There we go. And as
So-
you said, Austin.
Austin, yeah, that's another name as well, too, that we mentioned earlier. Hammering away there in the far right with the black headband. Blonde hair, first
And
one off the
there you
bike.
go. Strolling.
Walking up.
Ashley right behind him. But again, looking like he sold out. Like he might have taken a bit too much there.
It might have been, but I knowing Austin, probably not, though.
Not
So,
Austin. I'm thinking Ashley. Austin knows his pace. See, we said this. Austin's day one. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
This is Ashley's
Ash
first
does.
big event.
Yes.
So this is new to him, but I will say he's got a lot of family here with him.
That's great.
His 2 little kids, his wife, all cheering him on. So if he's going to do it, today's to do it.
Absolutely.
He's used to me screaming in his ear, being his judge, and I wish he could hear me now because I'd be doing the same.
It's something that lights a fire in you when you have your loved ones there supporting you every single second and screaming in your ear, for sure. You feed off that energy. This is a close race. This is great. Let's see if Austin can hold on to this lead for Heat 2 and then shake up the top 10 standings, or top 12, excuse me.
Yeah, right now we've got 12 finishes. Ryan Corning sitting 12th right now. Ryan Corning 12th, running at 12:45. Lucky 12th. 12:45 is insane.
That is so fast.
And I misspoke about Aaron Nellen there. He hasn't crossed the line yet, so my bad. I got a little overexcited there.
But there he is right there battling in the tank with Austin, though.
This is just tremendous. Now, this tank has changed its game a bit. It is a different tank. I found after using it yesterday, I thought it moved a bit faster, especially on the pole.
I think most people would agree with you,
Yeah,
though.
it's not a bad thing. It's just different.
It's just different.
The game a little bit.
It will change up times in the future because now I believe we have officially transferred over to Zybex tanks now.
That's
So
right.
it will change up times as it continues, but it's all going to be standardized throughout everything. So when it all comes down to the World Championship, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be using the same equipment anyways.
But you can see by the way these guys are moving, it ain't easy.
Digging deep into the pain cave. Let's see if these gentlemen can finish strong. Brandon Bonine there in the look at salmon-colored shorts.
Yeah, he has had a hell of a weekend. I think
Yes,
he has 2 fourth place in relays.
No, I don't think first place, but
No, fourth
place.
Fourth
Yes,
place.
yep. And the thing is with Brandon as well, Brandon Bonine is one guy I think that can match Kevin Gregory and I believe they qualified in all 9 events. But of course, doing all 9 is so physically demanding on your body. I think he is also doing 7, just like Kevin is, which is remarkable. Age group, elite, co-ed, men's. It's remarkable what these athletes can do with their body.
Well, I know for sure that Kevin has one more event here. He is in the strong relay, so he will be hitting that very hard because he wants to win another championship. I don't know how many he's got so far this weekend. I believe he's got 2 so far.
He's got
now
2.
Three now. We got co-ed relay mile,
yes,
co-ed relay fit,
yes,
and then individual strong.
Yes, now 3. Yes, the man sees nothing but gold this weekend. Sorry, again, getting a little confusing on what we're doing here.
That's right. A good shout out to my girl Denise. That girl Denise there, right there. She is 74 years old and is still doing a deck stroke.
That's great. Yeah, that's inspiring stuff. Shout out to all the age group competitors today as well, too, that's competing.
We've got a burpee off here. It looks like Austin
this is a
is
burpee
getting
off.
pressure.
Brandon Bonine right there in the mix.
Aaron Nolan.
Oh, man.
Brandon moving well.
Brandon using it right off his legs, which I think is a great technique. Takes a lot of pressure off your shoulders. Looks like he has to extend a little bit more in his hips. So there he goes. There he goes.
His pace is definitely faster.
It's definitely faster. Absolutely. He's moving great.
Ashley Squire in the picture. Aaron Nolan moving well on the far end. Aaron Nolan.
Oh, there it is. Aaron Nolan getting heat to win.
45-49.
Wow. Great job, Aaron. Well done. Holding it down for the older dogs. I love it. With Austin shortly behind.
Great job, Austin. And getting credit. Ryland, Kevin Gregory, both at the finish line, commending the guys crossing.
Absolutely. Wow, what a race. What a race. What a performance from all these individuals. I hope you at home, it looked like a change.
No, it doesn't look like we've got a change in the top 10. Yeah, Austin ended up 11th, so he did sneak in there. Had to be the only change in the top 10.
That's pretty good. Aaron squeaking in there, yeah. Great.
So, unofficially,
still Ryan Kent in 3rd.
Yeah. I don't think we got anything to worry about there. So, unofficially, we got Kevin Gregory, Ryland Stagg, Brian Kent, Marcus Wallace, Colin Steeper, Ryan Geiger, Isaac Sanderson. I was saying Aaron Nolan there, but that I believe to be a mistake.
I don't know. I mean, he moved pretty well. He won the heat.
Yeah,
so.
he did 12:06.
Yeah, that's flying. Wow.
So we'll go with it. Aaron Nolan, Nick Reichert, Grayson Kilgore, Austin Tenoff, Sean Sykes, Brandon Bonine,
Bonine,
Adam Hawes, Ryan Corning, Al Walkstein, Ashley Squires. We still have a few men left to finish, but that's the standings that you got right now.
Great performance.
Dude, that race was epic.
And ladies earlier as well.
You know, yesterday or Friday, when Nick Reichert came 3rd to fit, I said I don't think there's anybody here disappointed to see that. Right. Anybody that'd be upset at it. I feel the same way about Kevin Gregory winning today.
Yes.
Nobody would be disappointed to see that.
He is the Triple Crown buster. Ryland had it. He did. He had it in his sights, and I think everyone here would probably say Ryland was going to have it today. But Kevin ruined those plans and took that dream away from him. But still a great performance from Ryland, though.
12 seconds, that did it.
All right, so here we go. We have the official results here. Kevin Gregory, of course, as mentioned from Dave, taking 1st place with a time of 11:04. Amazing. And I'm going to assume he did about 15, 20 seconds on that bike as well, too. I can't imagine it's any different.
It would have been in that 20-second range.
Yes. And then, of course, Ryland Stagg there in 2nd place. Ryan Kent in 3rd, squeaking out Marcus Wallace. That was such a close finish between those two. Look at the times, 11:18. But Brian Kemp, I don't know if we really got to see it. Maybe he leaned over his arm because of the timing chip.
Yeah.
That's a huge factor, right? If you put your leg over and the timing chip's not on your leg, you see it in track all the time. They lean forward for a reason. And then Colin Steeper rounding out top 5. Brian Geiger, Isaac Sanderson, Aaron Nolan, Nicholas Riker, and Grayson Kilgore in 10th. Congratulations, fellas.
And what did we say? Experience. Kent has that experience.
Right.
And that's what that experience gives you. Is how to take those moments and make it count. Make no mistake, though, Marcus Wallace is here and he's here to stay.
Yes.
He has done a stellar performance this weekend, and I expect him to just get better and better and better, along with Colin Stever. Almost a mirror image, same thing. Colin's just going to keep improving. We see him walking by now.
Absolutely. And don't let people at home, if you're wondering, man, what's going on with Ryan Kent? From my understanding, he is sick. And the fact that he is still performing at such a high level and still competing, much praise goes to that man for doing so. So shout out Ryan Kent. Congratulations on still just on your finish and performing at a high level. We all know definitely what you're capable of, and we don't doubt that your abilities won't come back next year and win another world championship.
Oh, yeah. He is arguably the best hybrid racer in the world.
For sure.
And showing up this weekend, really rough time in the fit, much better in the mile, and then stay again with a great showing.
Yes.
When you're not at your best and you're podiuming, that says a lot.
Absolutely. It really does.
That man is a beast.
I think now we're going to go and try to find our winners.
All right. Let's see if we get these mics on. Yep, they're on. Yep, they're on.
We got this on as well, too.
All right, sounds good. All right, do you have a cameraman coming with us?
Who do we need to find? Jacob. Jacob. Okay.
All right.
We'll go find Jacob.
We're flying blind.
Wonder if can they even hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us, right?
Okay.
Over there. We're here good? All right. We're flying blind. We got Jacob here. All right. Trusty cameraman.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on.
So let's go find our 2023 Deka Strong World Champs. It looks like here over in the timing mat area. Trying to figure out maybe the Carly Raquel situation.
Oh, no, this was quite a while ago, so it's probably shouldn't.
All right, let's go find our champions.
All right, quick update.
Okay.
Officially on the women's side, we had a little bit of a dip. Probably wondering between Carly.
Okay.
Carly is officially in third.
She is in third. Okay, so Carly will bat in third place.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go straight to the big man.
Let's go get the man. I can do whatever.
Up to you.
Yeah. I'll get him. Okay. Dude, I'm so proud of you.
Standing
I'm so proud of you.
The fucking crowd when I got off the bike. That was it. I was like, I'm out. Peace.
Listen.
Oh, man.
Kevin Gregory, congratulations, man. World champ.
Thank you.
Your first individual title. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I usually don't pray before races, but I was in the corner just praying to God. I'm like, I don't ask you for much, man. Just give me a good life. Today's the day, though. Talking to my dad, who I lost a year and a half ago, who I raced against Kent and Rich in Chicago last summer. Just thinking about my grandma, all the people in my life or out of my life that have supported me and want me to fucking win today. And then, just know I had 2 wins this weekend with great partners. But now I don't have their help. I got to do this on my own.
Right.
This is my shit. We had a hell of a lineup for depth. Way better times than last year. I put up a good time last week, so I'm reading like mental mindset, athlete guides and stuff, and it's like look back at all the times you shouldn't have succeeded and you did. Put all those deposits in your bank, because when you're racing, you're gonna need to make a massive withdrawal, man.
Absolutely.
And I did the lunges quick, knowing I was gonna keep some slower pace on the row. When I came off of that, not in first, I'm like, good, I did what I needed to. Box, don't fall. Simple rule. Keep it simple. Sit-ups, just go. Don't try to go fast.
Right.
Ski, try to stay upright and get my heart rate down. Go slow. Farmers, just do them. Because those things, people might get a second or 2.
Yes.
If I try to keep those seconds, I'm costing myself opportunity. And then just like yesterday against Brandon on the bike, I'm like, I have to cash these in right now or it's not going to happen. Brandon was a victim yesterday and everybody today. But I didn't know if I was going to have enough of a gap to take the lead. I still had to do it on the tank. And once I got off, I'm like, I got to start these dead balls. I got to start building a buffer because these guys are going to do burpees faster than me.
Sure.
They've done burpees at the end of the race with someone next to them every race. I've been able to coast on Friday at a minute lead and yesterday 30 seconds. Today, maybe a rep. I'm like, I'm not bad at burpees, but these are the guys that are the best. So I started going. I'm like, don't get no reps because I don't have time for that. And honestly, I heard everybody coming in, but I just started inching and inching and inching, just so I couldn't see them. And then when I heard 19, like, I gotta do one more, I can do one more. I put it down, and I'm like, that's 20, right? And everyone's going crazy. I'm like, I gotta go.
Let's
Oh
speak
my
on
God.
that. How loud of a pop this place had. The biggest pop
shit.
I have heard all weekend
Me too, yeah.
for you crossing that finish line.
Man.
Kevin, I announced this over there when you
man.
finished. You are the people's
Thank you.
champion.
Oh,
You really
thank you.
are. Regardless of how this would
Yeah.
have, let's say, outcome, you would have still won the hearts of everybody because
you.
everyone in this community loves you and roots for you. You are the epitome of what this sport truly is. If there is anyone that's been in this game long enough to understand what the WrestleMania fitness for Deka is, it's you, Kevin Gregory, man. And I couldn't be more proud. And that pop was amazing, and I'm glad everyone's on board with that as well too.
Man.
So, right?
Yeah.
So are we going Triple Crown for the co-ed tonight?
We are.
You got 2 more races
I got 2
actually,
more.
right? Even with the men's.
Yep.
Who is your men's partner tonight?
AJ Golick,
And who is your female partner?
Amber Tate.
All right. So it's going to be in that scenario where it's back-to-back as well too.
Uh-huh.
How did you perform in the men's last night in the Deka Mile?
Not as well as I wanted to.
Sure.
I got 6th. Zach carried the team. I just dragged them along. Obviously, since we didn't win, it's looking back like, oh, what could have been better? Well, more rest, not racing first.
Sure.
I feel bad I let Zach down, but at the end of the day, he's like, it's not your fault, no big deal. Like, I knew I was getting into willing to race with you, so we had a hell of a time. We competed, and that was huge. Not that I want to let AJ down today.
Yeah.
I just got to focus on one race at a time, and Amber is my next partner, and with the co-ed doubles, fortunately for me, I don't have to run 1,000 meters or whatever it ended up being yesterday twice.
There is no running in this one right here, so.
I got to do a good row, half good ski, one more bike in each race, and then my partners are both agility specialists, so I just got to help them out on the pulls and the burpees.
I love it.
We'll see what happens.
Your weekend's still not over, my friend. Tell me, I'm going to announce this and just tell me how you feel. You are a individual world champion.
Thanks, Luke.
How's it feel, man?
My heart is pounding. My tears are just like sitting ready to pop out.
I love it.
Thanks so much.
Of course, buddy. Love you, man.
Thanks,
Proud of you.
First off,
Yes.
do you see how this guy is dressed for this?
Sharp
Listen,
attack.
I'm only going to take a couple seconds. So damn proud that we have one of our affiliate owners take down 2 of the best. I love those guys, Rylan and Ken.
All rise.
An affiliate owner took down 2 of the best to ever step in the arena. Much love, buddy.
Thanks, Yancey. Thanks.
The man, the creator, Yancey Culp himself.
Dave. Dollar Store Dave. Your wheel's $2 now. $2 Dave.
Dude,
Thank you.
I just want to say one thing, man. I said it on the booth. You've repped Deka since day 1. You have been day 1 Deka. There is nobody who deserves this more. It was awesome and a privilege to be there to call it.
Thanks, Dave.
I hope soak it in. Drinks are on you.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I got you.
Go soak it up and get ready for your next one.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
So Alonzo's coming over.
Yeah, that's
All right.
And millions of other people who supported me in my entire life. Okay. I just want to say thank you. Thanks to my entire family, my mom, my late dad, my brothers, Jess's whole family, especially her for all her support, sacrifices, Tony, Francis, all of our extended family in that area, and just everybody who supported us, everyone that's come out to Underdog Fitness, whether just to spectate, compete, and everyone across the world really who follows our page, learns from us. We're happy to share. We want you to succeed too. And we had tons of athletes out here that we may have not ever met face to face, but we've been able to connect online, and I've been giving them some support and watching them PR. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I mean, this is an honor.
We'll catch up, okay? All right, folks, we're going to go grab Alondra Greenlee.
Yeah. Alonzo's on her way
female
right now.
champion. I'll let you take this one, buddy, okay? You just hold that right there.
Just hold it?
Yeah, you just hold it. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dude, nice
I
job.
couldn't watch. I had to
You're
go
all
outside and
sweaty.
cry.
You're all
I had to
sweaty.
go outside and cry. Congrats so much.
Thanks.
Let's throw that on there.
Should I hook this on?
All right. Alondra Greenlee,
Yeah.
last year, 2nd place.
Why do you have to
Second
remind
place.
me?
Second place.
Consistent.
They say consistency is key. To say this hasn't been your year, we even talked about this earlier, really hasn't been. And then today, you break that glass ceiling, and it's your 2023 Deka Strong World Championship. Did you see it coming? You were seated back 8th.
Yeah, with Vivian dropping out because of COVID, so I think that bumped me up into 8th. And yeah.
How did you feel going in the race? Because it looked for us when we were watching, it looked like you paced yourself so well.
I would say overall the race, it felt really, really good. I was trying not to go out too hard because I saw how like a lot of the other girls were pacing things yesterday and kind of like picking it up on the back half. So I was like, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. So I kind of went with that. But I would say throughout the weekend, I felt better and better from the to the mile to the strong.
Now your training as you've gone this year, I know you've been very busy. Has it been that your training has suited the strong a lot more because maybe you didn't have the running volume to deal with?
I definitely think that's one thing that came into play. Yeah.
When you saw you were playing catch up at the end, at what point did you think, I can now out-rip these girls, I can get past here, I can take the win?
Well, actually, on the sleds and the farmer's cart, it's really hard to see where everybody was because, like, you get on there, and then all of a sudden everybody's on, like, running back and forth, and I don't know if I'm ahead of them, and behind them, catching up, or behind. So during all of those back and forth movements, I had no idea where anybody was.
So when you came off the tank, though, that's where you really made the move.
Yeah.
And then running into the burpees, were you able to keep an eye? Were you eyeing to the side? Could you see the other girls' paces?
I could see them, and so when they started us, there's like this barrier like halfway through, and I'm on the other side of that, and all the faster girls were on the faster side. So I was like, this is perfect for me because they're not going to see me coming over here. And I knew I only had did one strong coming into the season, and like the setup was not ideal, so I think I knew I had it in me to definitely go faster than that. So I was really happy to see where I was on the field.
Now, we said your qualifying time is not indicative of what you can do. So we knew you could become a player. Where you were seated was not going to happen. How does this feel going forward? Does this spice up the season? Does this now?
I mean, going into today, I was like, okay, you just got to finish one more race, less than 15 minutes, and then it's the holidays and relaxing, and then everything. So I'm really happy to end this year on a high note. I definitely needed that with all the past 2 races that I've had.
The longer course. Helpful, not helpful. Compared to last year. Last year's race course, very different setup for this. A lot of chaos, not individual lanes. How did this play into the race? Did you prefer this one? Was it much different for you?
So I watched the feed this morning from last year. So I kind of remembered all of that going in. So when I saw this setup, I knew that this was going to be much more go all out, less chaos. This is what you can do on each machine and at each station. And less fighting other people. So I really like that they laid it out this way.
Awesome, Alondra. We're so happy and couldn't be happy for a classy person. You're a great representative of the sport. And all we can say is congratulations, 2023 Deka Strong World Champion. Congrats.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll let you take it out.
I got you.
Who knows how much it costs?
Great job. Congratulations.
All right. Luke,
Yep.
I got to get ready for my race.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right.
So there's still more to be had. Make sure you tune in, I believe, at 4 o'clock for the co-ed, the men's and the females teams. If we thought that was exciting, get ready to tune in for the teams. I'll be chiming in on that one too while you're competing, of course. Again, I'm Luke Alterman. This is Dave Claxton. Thank you guys for tuning in to OCR Report. Make sure to show some love, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Take care.
Hey.